Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Salam Media. I'm your host, Takir Dawood. If you just tuned in, you missed out on a spectacular interview with Victor Gomes, the man who shared the pitch with Mo Salah earlier this year in the AFCON 2021 final. Well, we're going to be moving from, let's say, a bigger ball to a smaller ball. We're going to be chatting all things cricket. The Proteas are on tour in New Zealand, and the first 2 days of this test match hasn't been going too well. But to tell us all about this, we're going to be joined by Suleman Modan, all the way from Durban, to give us an update on everything that's going down in this test match. As we know, he's an avid follower of the sport. Jazakallah khair for joining us, and it's really a pleasure to have you on the show.
Assalamu alaikum, Takir. It's a pleasure always.
Suleiman, I mean, let's break this down immediately. Let's not even waste time. 95 and
Yeah.
34. South Africa posted. New Zealand posted 482. Is it possible for South Africa to come back?
Uh, you- as we know in cricket, anything is possible. But with what happened in the last 2 days, it's unbelievable. Our batting, that's been our problem. Even the series we won against India in South Africa a couple months ago, we never scored that much runs. It was our bowlers who performed to make us win that series. But if you're looking at this match here as well, besides our our batsmen not doing well, our bowlers leaked, as you said, 482 on that wicket. That's not acceptable. You're getting your number 11 batsman scoring a half century. That tells you all you need to know. And with regards to the batsmen, you spoke about 95 and 34 for three. We played an extra batsman as well. We played 7 batsmen, and that never worked. So yeah, as a batting unit, we haven't been performing for the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Well, I mean, it can only get better for you because right now you could say that they've possibly hit rock bottom. I mean, any
Gee.
players that you feel are not performing up to par, and with the CSA T20 taking place at the moment, I do know it's a different format of cricket, but do you see anybody in the CSA T20 making the step up into the fifth, into the test match arena?
It's very, as you said, it's very hard to compare the T20 format to Test cricket. With regards to the current team, I know as a unit they haven't been performing, but Aidan Markram, he's in the last 5 or 6 tests, he's averaging under 10. And in domestic cricket, where you got a guy like Ryan Rickleton, he's averaging like 90 to 100, and he's on tour. He's currently on tour with the team, so he could come in. Definitely, he could come in. They're missing Keegan Peterson. He had COVID just before they could leave, and with the New Zealand restrictions, he couldn't travel because, yeah, as I said, because of COVID restrictions. So we're missing him. He was play of the series against India, but there's not many other batsmen putting their hands up in the test arena to come in. But definitely, I would love to see a Ryan Rickleton. I know he's a wicket-keeper batsman. A lot of guys have been talking about we can't play 2 wicket-keepers, but you can play him as a specialist batsman when you're averaging like close to 90 to 100. So Ryan Rickleton is the guy I will definitely play in the next test.
No, definitely. And I mean, looking at it from that perspective that you just brought up there, do you think that Keegan Peterson would be joining up with the team anytime soon? I mean, he's set his isolation period out now, and I mean, but then again, there's also New Zealand's COVID regulations that will force him to isolate, so he'll miss the entire series. It's a bit of a
Yeah,
tricky
yeah.
one.
So that's the thing. That's he's definitely he wouldn't be there. He'll be preparing for our test series against Bangladesh. Remember, when you get into New Zealand, there's a 10-day quarantine rule. So their tour ends basically. The second test starts next week. So he'll definitely won't go. But I'm sure he'll be getting ready for the Bangladesh series, which is next month. 2 test series against Bangladesh, one in Durban and one in PE. He's currently playing for the Dolphins in the CSA T20 tournament. In fact, today he scored a 40 odd. Yeah, he was one of the better batsmen and one man of the match with regards to batting. So yeah, he's currently playing for the Dolphins.
Well, for those of you that want to catch up on the Proteas score, they are currently 34 for 3 and that is on stumps at the end of day two. They still trail by another 353 runs. Well, day three commences tomorrow, and let's hope that the wheel can turn somewhat. But you mentioned something about the CSA T20. Let's bring it back home. I mean, it's been a spectacular tournament. Some quality cricket's been played, some quality catches, some quality bowling. It's just been all round phenomenal cricket. Any standout players for you?
There's two standout young cricketers, one with the bat, one with the ball. Both of them are leading the charts currently. I'll start with the bat. Christian Stubbs. He's only 21 years old. What a talent! He's the leading run scorer, as I said. He's got like over 250 runs. His strike rate is immaculate. It's like close to 200. And we crying out the Proteas I'm talking of as for a
Mm,
finisher. I know we have David Miller, but he hasn't been like consistent over the years. So Christian Stubbs, that kid, he's definitely somebody to look out for in the future, especially with his hard hitting. Lower end, back end of the innings, with a
mm,
strike rate, as I said, in this tournament of close to 200. With regards to the ball, Western Province, there's a youngster. Well, yeah, he's 24, 25. I'm not too sure what's his age, but he goes by the name of Junaid Dawood. He's the leading wicket taker. He's got 10 wickets. He's just going for just over 6 runs and over. That's good. And we know in T20 cricket, it's dominated by spinners, especially with wrist spinners, and he's a wrist spinner. In T20, in international T20 cricket, the top 10 leading bowlers, 8 of them are spinners, which one of
mm.
them is our very own Tabrez Shamsi,
Very
who's
shams.
number 2. So, yeah, so somebody is definitely to look out for is Junaid Dawood for the future.
Well, we're certainly going to be looking out for them. But Suleiman, that's all that we have time for this evening. Jazakallah khair for your time this evening. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to chatting to you real soon again.
No problem, brother. Jazakallah for having me. Appreciate it. Take care. Right. Assalamu alaikum.
You too. That was Walaikum Salam. That was Suleman Modan giving us the breakdown on what's happening in the CSA T20, as well as what's going down in New Zealand, where the Proteas are currently fighting for survival in this match. Do they fight for a draw or do they surrender early? We'll have to wait and see. Still 3 days, or let's say 2 days of Test cricket left. And let's hope that South Africa can stick it out for all 2 days. Well, from the cricketing side of it, that's it for this evening. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're chatting all things rugby, Varsity Cup. We're going to be chatting to Riaz Fredericks. He played an intricate role in UCT coming out victorious against the Northwest Eagles this past Monday. UCT was down with 20 minutes to go, and he scored a spectacular try in the first half, assisted one as well. And UCT done the thing. They do what they do best. They come back in Poch. Well, we're going to find out what happened behind the scenes, what inspired that victory, and what exactly the coaches told him. Stay tuned to Salam Media. After this break, we're chatting to Riaz Fredericks.